it's better to be the gray man and not even have the problem come around at all. That means blending in. Nothing to see here, folks. Move on. So if you look around your neighborhood, does your house stick out compared to others? Because bad guys, especially criminals, like to case places before they hit them. We've all seen the movie Home Alone. And what did they do? They drove around through the neighborhood and they were casing properties. They'll watch you for some time before they actually strike. And that went back to the community thing we talked about, knowing what's going on, situation aware in your neighborhood. But if your house sticks out to be a target, what can you do to change that? And it's just a simple observance of what does everybody else look like? How does mine look the same? And then you become the gray man. You want to make sure that anything you can do to make yourself not a target. So that's things you can do outside, like, if you go away, make sure someone's picking up your mail so there's no newspapers. This is just basic everyday deterrence from your house getting broken into. You can put up things like beware of dog sign. Even if you don't have a dog, nobody knows that. It's that perception that, something's not good. Most burglars or people that want to target you don't want to have to mess with the dog as well, because that's a problem, right? Perhaps, you don't have kids, but maybe your sister comes over and she has kids or whatever. Leave a little toy bike outside or some kids' toys, because most people, they don't want to have to deal with kids because kids are unpredictable. They're that factor that, if I go into that house, I'm not going to know where this little kid is. And maybe a lot of people don't want to have that mark on them. Maybe you got a criminal with some morals, right? Probably not, but it's just another way to deter. If you have very expensive things or fancy things, you don't want to leave them outside or uncovered. There's other things like upkeep of your yard. If it's not kept up, bad guys might think it's an easy target. It's something where, I've got places to hide. Maybe they're not home here all the time. It's an easy target to get into. And you don't want nobody taking your stuff, so trim your hedges. I like using holly bushes outside all my windows. I hate trimming them. They suck. The black widows love them. But the bad guys hate them because they're an irritant. Nobody wants to get poked by holly bushes when you're trying to break in through a window. And so holly bushes, just your shrubbery alone. On my outer perimeter, I like to place blackberry bushes, raspberry bushes. They're very thorny, and they're almost like a natural fencing. And I love the blackberry, so it's a dual purpose thing for me. But when someone's coming over the fence and they jump into the bush, they're gonna regret it. They get a butt full of all briars, and then they gotta spend time pulling those out before they can come try and rob you, right? Another way to deter folks is if you have a gate, like to your backyard on the side or something, put a lock on it. Throw up a no trespassing sign, because once they see that, and maybe add a camera. I got cameras around. One of those signs. This property is surveilled 24/7. And that's a deterrent, because they see that whether you have the cameras or not. It's just the perception that you have these things in place, and that you're thinking about it. Because lazy people don't put these signs up, and they're easy targets. But you're not lazy, because you're going to do these things because you want to keep yourself and the things in your home and your loved ones safe. Just these signs alone are deterrents. Whether you have a security system or not, you can buy one of those. I got a home security system. It's just a sign. Costs you a couple bucks. Go put it in your front yard. Right now. Go do it. Another thing you can do is when it's trash day, right? Keep the stuff in your garage till you need to throw the stuff away. Like, let's just say you had someone's birthday or it was Christmas time. You made a big purchase for a flat screen TV. Keep that stuff in your garage until it's time to go to the curb. Because this guy just bought a brand new flat screen or all these great electronics. Then they'll know, hey, it's a target. We got a problem these days with what they call these porch pirates, So you have deliveries coming and they're leaving boxes up on your porch or your doorstep. Do yourself a favor. Have something out in your front yard or somewhere. They make these pool outside boxes where you can store pool supplies or whatever. It's just some kind of a bin, but you could have one of those just on the front porch where they can have the mailman put write your special instructions when you get some special delivery outside the U.S. Post Office. The post office, you can talk to your mailman and they'll know if they bring a box up, and hopefully it's big enough and you just put the box in there, your mail. That way they don't see it, they don't steal it. Because it would suck if you had a package coming that was part of your home defense, and it was a new camera system you're going to put in, and some porch pirate came and stole it. So do yourself a favor, think outside the box, and think smart. You don't even need to have, like if you have a front porch and you have some furniture there, just tell them to put it behind the couch or something like that. So it's just kind of out of sight, out of mind. Having your cameras up in visible places is a deterrent, because if they can see the cameras, where some folks like to hide them, it's like, oh, I'm watching you. Not good. You know, these Ring bells that everyone has, these doorbells that have a video, been used to catch a lot of criminals and these porch pirates big time. That could pretty much be considered a deterrent as well, because, you know, it does fall into another circle, but it's kind of a crossover. But those are some really good things to use. We'll talk a little bit more about that in the next segment. If you have a tool shed outside, make sure it has a lock on it. Don't leave your ladders in there. Don't make it easy for these folks. If you have a ladder, have it chained up to a fence or a tree or some way that they're not going to be able to get it. I used to have this hot tub outside one of my windows. A very easy way for a criminal to jump up on top of it and get into the window where one of my kids was living, right? Where they were sleeping. That was no good. I love the hot tub, but guess what? My security and my family's security is more important. Got rid of it. Got rid of it. I'm not telling you get rid of your hot tub, but move it to a better spot where it's not a stepping pad. Check the side of your homes. A lot of homes have these new HVAC systems. And when these contractors build them, they put them up close to the house because of code or whatever. That's a stepping point if there's a window nearby. So make sure you check that. You don't want to have anything out that can aid a criminal into getting into your home.